In terms of self, trying, striving, wanting, conditioning, etc., are you basically saying we should just give up trying, i.e. stop operating from self and just cultivate being, and i.e. abandon the clusters of responses we fix on? No, I'm not saying that. It might sound like that, and that's how often I think people interpret it, which is sad actually that that's how it gets interpreted, because I really don't mean it like that. It's just not the person that wakes up. And no matter what the person does, it can't get to it. But I'm not saying the person should surrender, because then that would only be a person that surrendered, and the person would then be trying to be something else, someone who surrendered. So it's try and act like it surrendered. Oh, I accept this, when inside there's deep resistance. So I'm not talking about what the person should or shouldn't do, but the person finds that really hard to hear because the person is used to being somebody that follows something. So in every other form of life, it learns how to become an artist, it learns how to become a Christian, it learns how to raise a child, it learns how to build a house. So in everything else, it's something that it can learn and it can possibly get to. And there can be a learning, and it's not a personal thing, there's learning and brick on top of brick, and there's a house. So then it takes that to enlightenment. It thinks, I can possibly do things to get enlightened. But what non-duality is trying to express, that it is enlightened, already is enlightened, even if there is a contraction there feeling like it's not or not. Every part of it is enlightened. And none of it's happening to someone. That someone is an appearance in it. But this is impossible for the person to hear, because the person wants to follow. Tell me what I should do. Tell me how to get there. The person is in past and future, me to get there in the future. And yet everything, every sound, every sight, I'm not speaking to somebody. I'm not speaking to that person that wants to do something to get there in the future. That's a functioning, that's a filter appearing. Then what else is there? Who's being spoken to? Who's hearing, who's looking, who's seeing, who's feeling, if it's not that person that wants to get somewhere? What's looking out now? And I'll give you a hint. What's looking out and the looked at are one and the same thing. All things are seeing, all things are hearing, all things are smelling, all things are tasting, all things are thinking.